Hey guys, it's Janet, and today I'm on here to disagree with Katie Joy. Imagine that. Alright, if you want to know what my problem is today, stay tuned. Okay, so I was listening to a live stream that she did on Instagram. And on this live stream, she made a comment that really bothered me, that maybe it shouldn't have, but it did, so I want to just disagree. And that's all I'm doing is disagreeing. She was talking about there being a difference between mothers and caregivers. And I just want to say to you that when you become a mother, you become a caregiver. 100% you do. You are to care for your child regardless of the situation, regardless of what comes up. So you may have nurses, Katie Joy has nurses that come in to care for her child. Okay, but here's my question. Don't you still care for your child? Can't you just be called a mother? I mean, can that be possible? You also said that you don't have any friends. You would like to have friends, but you don't have any friends because of the needs of your child. Well, here's the thing. With my son, I could always tell you that I love you too, buddy. I could always tell you that being around other kids and being around other adults, him having that social interaction was one of the best things for his autism, because he got to express himself and they already knew his case, so I didn't have any explaining to do. And she said that moms get held accountable for if there is a problem with their child, it's always come back on the mom. Well, the thing is no one ever has said to me, you're the reason why your son is the way your son is. No one has ever said that. No one has asked me, what did you do to make your son autistic? What did you do to make your son have the disabilities that he has? What did you do as a mom? Nobody has ever asked me that. So I can't agree whenever it comes to moms taking blame about their kids' disabilities. I can't agree with that whatsoever at all. Now, she did talk a lot, or she did talk some about her son. And she did, say some good things about her son. And, I'm really happy to hear the good things that she said about him. I really, really am. Because I've been waiting for the good things to be said about him. And then she goes on to talking about medicine that her son's required. And, ambulances don't keep this medicine on hand. But then she says the medicine that she has is expired. So if you're going to classify yourself as a caregiver and you have to have medication, shouldn't you make sure that your medication is all in date? Shouldn't you do that? I mean, it's all how you look at yourself. I personally will never look at myself as a caregiver whenever it comes to my children. I don't. I care every single day about my kids. I care every single day about what's going on with them. If they get a scrape on their knee, I'm there for them. And I'm sure most moms are. So does that mean that whenever moms are taking care of their kids, whenever they have a little accident, fall off their bike or whatever the case may be, does that mean that automatically the mom goes from mom to caregiver? Does it? Because in my eyes, that's still a mom being a mom. That's still a mom doing what a mom has to do. There's no difference in that. And that's in my eyes and my eyes alone. You may see it completely different. You having nurses and stuff like that, I mean, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, whenever you don't have nurses, you say stuff, you make sure that you let everybody know. Oh, well, I've had 1 day without a nurse. I've had 2 days without a nurse. Oh, I've had 3 days without a nurse and I'm so tired. It's so hard. Well, still, aren't you his mom? And I'm not mom shaming. I'm not parent shaming. I'm not any of this. I just don't understand how you can differentiate between being a mom and a caregiver. I don't understand it whatsoever at all. I don't understand how once you give birth to a child, you could sit here and say, okay, yeah, my child has disabilities and I'm going to be this child's caregiver. No, I'm just going to be this child's mother. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the best for my child that I can possibly do for my child. And if you don't have nurses and you have to fully take care of your child one day, do you switch modes? Do you go from being his mom to his caregiver because you like being a stay-at-home mom that works from home? Yay! You know, there's nothing better than being a stay-at-home mom and being with your kids all the time. I mean, in my eyes, some people would get annoyed by it. Some people would. But in my eyes, there's nothing better than being at home with your kids all the time. So you want to justify it, you working as much as you do, you want to justify it by saying that you have a flexible schedule and this, that, and the other. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but it's, to me, and let me just tell you how this came off to me, and this is just how it came across to me. It was more like, whenever listening to that, I was listening to somebody who was saying, okay, I can be a mom for this many hours and then I have to go to work and then I can be a mom again and then I go to work. But when the nurses are here, I get to work more. When, even if the nurses are there, I mean, honestly, if they need something, if your child needs something from you, are you going to go back into mom mode? I mean, I'm just trying to understand this. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be shameful. I'm not trying to be any of that. I don't understand it. I don't grasp the difference. Maybe I'm not meant to grasp the difference, and I'm finding that out a whole lot the more I watch. I'm not meant to understand how you think and how you do things. I'm not meant to, because I couldn't think the same way as you. I couldn't do things the same way as you. So, guys, don't look at this. I don't want any hate being sent to anybody. I really don't. This is just my opinion, and this is just something that bothered me on listening to what she had to say. And like I said, I'm not mom shaming her. I'm not, because she does say in there, you know, that she takes care of her son. She does say in there that, you know, her son is good and, you know, she's proud of her son. She does say that, you know, she is there for her son. So there's no way of mom shaming it. It's more of, are you a mom and then are you a caretaker? Do you separate those two? And if you separate those two, how do you separate those two? Because I can't. I mean, I'm not a part-time person. And even when I worked full-time, I still cared about my kids. I still worried about my kids. I still wanted to be with my kids. I still cared about, you know, everything that was going on with my kids. So when I was working, I still cared about them. But I didn't think of myself as a caregiver. I guess I'm just different. That's what I'm going to say. I'm just different than Katie Joy. I really am. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes I don't know how to end these videos, because I can watch something that she does and I can be just absolutely baffled. I can just be absolutely in left field going, wait, I don't understand. And then sometimes I feel like my son, because my son will sometimes tell me, Mom, I don't understand. And I do that. I do that with Katie Joy. I do. I do that a lot. I'm like, wait a second. I'm missing something. Is there a difference? I don't think there's a difference. I don't know. Why does Katie Joy make me think, like, double think things? Does anybody else have that problem? Does anybody else have a problem of going, okay, wait a second. Am I thinking of this wrong? Or is it just me? Maybe I'm watching too many Katie Joy videos. Maybe that's what the problem is. I don't know at this point. But alrighty, guys, this has gone on long enough. I'm going to go ahead and link it down below if y'all want to watch the Instagram live that I was talking about. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And remember to smile today, because a smile can change a lot. Y'all always remember that. Alrighty, people. Bye.